To the top, here I go, think I'm chosen to be the king of rock, think the people have spoken. I can hear the tick-tock of the clock, I'm in motion. So now I'm gonna pop, causing all this commotion.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Fat Boy Cartel podcast. We're here tonight to do Mike's Wrestling Fun Facts and Trivia. Just to point out the obvious right now, we are now one man short. Just a little bit of house cleaning here. Our boy Tony has decided that because of scheduling reasons and things like that, he has a hard time getting the schedules correct with hours to do a lot of shows with us. So he's decided to go off and do things with greener and brighter pastures here, and he's going to be doing his own solo podcast on his own at some point. But don't worry, he will probably be still making some appearances on the Fat Boy Cartel podcast at times here. And of course, the podcast itself may not be every single week like it used to be. It may just be, you know, every few weeks or whenever we have the time to do it, we're going to do it because we got so much other things going on this channel. We do still want to continue to do it though, so keep an eye out for it. It just may not be every Monday like we hope. But because Tony's moved on to greater things, we wish him all the best, and we hope that he has success in whatever he decides to do, and hopefully we'll see him here again soon. But because of that, Tony is now gone on this particular show here, so it's now become a triple threat, and we're all going to be competing amongst the three of us, as we have been, and now because of that, Damon is now currently in the lead with 6 points. Brandon and I are tied for second.
Demand a recount.
Yeah, well, yeah, but Brandon and I are tied at 5.5 points apiece, and we're going to be doing this competition leading into Summerslam. And we might be able to figure out something for the loser to do, whoever's in last place at the time or whatnot, and we'll see what goes on there. But we're going to get into Mike's Trivia for this week, so we're going to pause real quick and let you guys take a look at the video, and we'll answer when we get done with that. So here you go.
So the year of 2001 was picked, and so many things happened that year in the world of wrestling. Most notably, both WCW and ECW went out of business. Most notably, WCW was bought out by Vince McMahon and the World Wrestling Federation just prior to WrestleMania 17, which in my opinion was the best WrestleMania ever. Now, being the WWF, they had to screw up the possibility of a big money making angle with the invasion of WCW in the WWF. Pretty much right away, one of the problems was a lot of the big name players in WCW were under guaranteed contracts and chose to either A, set them out and collect money, or B, either have the WWF go ahead and buy them out, or the WWF just deciding, nah, we're not going to pay that price for them. So it all led up to eventually ECW joining the fray when the WCW group was not getting over with the WWF crowd, not at their own fault, I might add. At least that's my opinion. And we had the WCW-ECW alliance that was doomed to fail from the beginning. This led to the Invasion pay-per-view in July of 2001. However, if you remember watching The King of the Ring the previous month, the pay-per-view was advertised under a different name. Obviously in storyline because they didn't want to give away that the pay-per-view was going to be called Invasion and involve WWF versus ECW and WCW. So, my question for you is, what was the name of the pay-per-view originally supposed to be in storyline? Was it Over the Edge, Breakdown, Fully Loaded, or Rock Bottom? Now, one other thing I want to add in from 2001 was, unfortunately, America experienced the 9/11 terrorist attacks. It happened on a Tuesday, September 11th, 2001. The WWF was scheduled to have a taping of SmackDown on Tuesday night, as it would be typical for them to do that, and air then later on a Thursday. Due to the attacks, the show was postponed until that following Thursday, when a special live edition of SmackDown was held. Give yourself 3 points as far as I'm concerned if you can name the Texas city in which SmackDown was to be held, thus being the first gathering of a large group since the unfortunate terrorist attacks. And as we prepare to commemorate the 20th anniversary of those terrorist attacks, let us all take a moment and remember the sacrifices made to those who attempted to save the lives of those in New York City and Washington, D.C., and the lives that were lost, unfortunately, in the plane hijackings. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.
All right, so the question this week was, what was the name of the pay-per-view that was originally going to be the name of the Invasion pay-per-view in 2001? Rock Bottom Breakdown, right?
Yes.
Over the Edge
Breakdown.
or Fully Loaded.
Fully Loaded. Yeah.
So, try to think. I don't know what month the Invasion angle took place, or the Invasion pay-per-view took place that year. I don't know if you guys remember.
I always thought it took place instead of the Survivor Series.
Yeah, I guess not though. I'm thinking maybe in the summer at some point before SummerSlam, but I don't know.
I really don't remember.
I feel like if I looked it up, I'd get my answer.
Right.
I don't want to spoil it for
Yeah,
us
let's
here.
not do that. But I think Rock Bottom's out because if I remember correctly, there was only one Rock Bottom of all time. They might have had plans for more, but I don't think that this was one of them. I'm going to go with Fully Loaded personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Fully Loaded.
See, I could have sworn like the name Fully Loaded. I could have sworn that's like a subtext for a pay-per-view. Like,
I mean, you might be right, but
I mean, like, what was the In Your Houses had subtitles essentially?
I think a lot of them.
In Your House, DX.
Yeah, In Your House.
Yeah, you might be. I mean,
I
you might be.
think
right.
a lot of these started as In Your Houses and became just their own titles. Yeah.
Well, again, this is all before my time. And
Right. This is like the
I'm
early.
clueless, so
I don't know if
I mean, the only one that sticks out to me as far as an actual pay-per-view title is Over the Edge, and that is because of Owen's death.
Right.
And was at Over the Edge.
Yeah,
so
maybe they wouldn't want to go with that name, and they took Invasion instead. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason why I took Fully Loaded was I felt like, with ECW, WCW, WWF, it makes sense it would be called Fully Loaded because it's got all the talent and roster.
Yeah, but
I could be dead wrong on that.
Because I think they were trying to, because I know they were all there, but like I don't think that would.
Yeah, maybe
I
not.
don't fucking know.
I'm going to go with Over the Edge because that's the only one that actually.
I'm sticking with Fully Loaded, but
Okay, all right.
rings a bell.
Jamie might be completely right here on this one.
Maybe. So that's 2 Fully Loads, 1 Over the Edge. Yeah, the bonus point was what was the name of the city that hosted the first live event for WWE following the 2001 9/11 attacks at the World Trade Center? And obviously, it's been 20 years. It's hard to believe 20 years since the World Trade Center attacks.
That's just crazy.
Our thoughts and prayers are still with the families and everybody affected by that
people
tragedy.
still dealing with that shit. Like that is just.
Dude, Jon Stewart does amazing work for the firefighters in New York.
Yeah.
That shit you just don't get over.
Yeah. Yeah, we all remember where we were that day for sure. But as for the city,
I'm gonna go with.
I want to say Dallas,
I'm gonna think it was Houston.
Yeah, I don't want to say Dallas.
I say Houston.
I say Houston just because WWE seems to love fucking Houston nowadays. So again, this is all before my time, so I'm assuming Houston. If they love it now, there's a history there, I'm sure. So.
Well, I'm going to go with
Houston.
you two. That way, if I'm wrong, we're all wrong.
You
this is for 3 points.
Fucking follower.
Asshole.
But hey, it may work, it may not. So let's check out the answers here. So
hey, we're all in this together.
yeah. We're all going down with the ship. We're all going to do well. So Digger's answer here for 2001. The name of the show that WWF WWE advertised that was changed to Invasion was Fully Loaded. So me and Brandon got a point on that one.
So gaming.
Fuck you two. Fuck you.
This was just a storyline, as Invasion was the planned name for the show all along. So I wonder why they originally advertised it differently.
Something about eyes. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. The city that was to host SmackDown on 9/11 was Houston. Yeah, I know. I see it.
It was Houston?
Yeah, Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the decision was made to postpone the taping and do a live edition of on Thursday, September 13th. It was the largest gathering of its kind following the tragedy. I remember that with Vince McMahon and with everybody on stage doing the whole, we will not be intimidated. We will not be afraid. We are not going to back down. America's the greatest. It was a great speech by Vince. It really was. And it was really
brings
good to
a
see.
real good sized tear to your eye for that one.
Absolutely. So, all right. Well, that'll put me and Brandon barely in the lead with 9.5 points, and that will put Damon in second with 9 points after the 3-point bonus for him. So so the competition is still very, very tight going into SummerSlam. But the real question here is, guys,
Fuck you two. I hate you.
What do you guys think about our competition we got going on here? Please comment down below. Let us know. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when we put up new content on our channel. And next week, I almost forgot to mention, my year that I'm choosing for the week is 1997. So Mike, get to find on your trivia for that, and we'll get that next week. So until our next video, guys, take care.
Take care.
The old fuckers are ruining me.
Yeah, ready to go, man, lock and load. That's right, I swear to God that I can drop you, bro. Yeah, I got a shot and I ain't stopping, no. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable.